Before the pump, I was very ill. My heart was practically nothing, and I had an activity, you can say, of 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day, that means looking television, eating on the table, washing myself, and the rest of the day it was laying on the bed. My heart was very ill. I had maybe a few months to live.
After his heart attack, when he was home for 6 weeks, he was hardly able to do anything. He spent most of his time in bed. He could walk to the kitchen, do some small things before he needed to return to bed to rest. That was it.
They say, we will give you something to help you with time. Then we have time to search for a good heart for you.
Patients with chronic heart failure, they limit their physical activity and they downregulate themselves. So of course, if you provide them with extra support and extra flow, even half support, they regain activity and they also see more future in life.
I have a family life now. I'm staying at home, and the morale of me and my family is back up because I'm feeling healthy.
He recovered quickly. He was extubated 6 hours later and he was back on the ward in a few days. And he left the hospital on the post-operative day 18.
And now he's much better. He still needs to rest and take breaks, but he can go upstairs to sleep every night and he can go upstairs to the bathroom, things he wasn't able to do before his surgery.
I can be busy for 6 or 8 hours. Busy, that means do the dishes, cleaning a little bit up, eating, looking television, going upstairs, take a shower, doing my exercise I'm with my home trainer also 3 times a day. So I'm feeling fine.
Makes an enormous impact in the daily life. Patients with chronic heart failure, they are limited in their exercise capacity. This gives them the opportunity again to walk around, to take up their physical activity. It's a very small rotary blood pump which is positioned in a subcutaneous pocket. The device has an inflow cannula which is placed in the left atrium, and it has an outflow graft that is sutured to the subclavian artery. And then of course there is the electrical drive line that is subcutaneously tunneled and that exits at the level of the abdominal region. And then it's connected to the controller and the wearable batteries. It's a small incision under the right clavicle where you make the subcutaneous pocket for the device as well as where you free up the subclavian artery. There is an incision in the right chest and small anterolateral thoracotomy, and through the anterolateral thoracotomy you insert the left atrial inflow cannula. The inflow cannula is tunneled under the ribs and enters the subcutaneous pocket. The cable is then, with the tunneling device, taken to the abdominal exit site, and the outflow graft is sutured to the subclavian artery. The Circulite device is different. It's unique because it's a partial support device. It pumps from the left atrium to the subclavian artery, and it pumps about half the cardiac output, which is completely different from the other assist devices that we use.
And for the system, the operation is less complicated than the other ones.
So he did recover more quickly than with other assist devices, and that's definitely due to the fact that the surgery is less traumatic. It's a smaller incision. We didn't use a heart-lung machine, so he was quickly up and about. The ultimate goal is to treat patients with chronic heart failure as destination therapy. And I think that there are a lot of patients who can benefit from partial support in chronic heart failure, definitely, as this device is less invasive than any other assist device. So the potential in terms of number of patients that can be helped with it is enormous.
It has a big impact because now I can join the family life. I'm feeling healthy.
I think there is a lot of potential in chronic heart failure. A lot of patients can benefit to have more support. And then there is the large potential for remodeling of chronic heart failure patients with an unloaded heart. And I think we are going forward for very interesting times.